Well, both Tonya and I had been teaching linguistics for a long time, or in my case, quite a long time. And there were some wonderful textbooks out there, there's no doubt about that. But none of them really did it for us. So we decided to write one ourselves. And we wanted a textbook that went across the whole year so that students didn't have to buy more than one textbook. And but most particularly, we wanted to showcase the applications of linguistics to real life. I mean, this is not a textbook in applied linguistics, that's for sure, but it's one that highlights the different ways that language touches us. Well, you want to put the fire in the belly of the first year student, that's what we try to do, and that's why we wanted these very real applications. We wanted a book that was a good read, so it's written in a friendly, chatty sort of way. What we've done also in this book, I think, which works well, and this was Tonya's idea, it was brilliant, to follow through a handful of languages. So to pick, I think it's 9 languages in this case that we follow throughout the book. So the students have a very good idea of these languages at the end. Obviously we have to start with English because students come to us with really very little knowledge, many of them anyway, about how language works, and that's not their fault. It's sort of language awareness has dropped out of the school curriculum, although it's come back more recently. But you can't really talk to them about, I don't know, the wonders of Russian word order if they don't have a clue about the nouns and verbs in their own language, in English. So we start with English, which is the language we assume everyone has, and then we move on to languages like Auslan, so Australian Sign Language. We also wanted to put Maori in, a very important language for New Zealand, and an Australian Aboriginal language. So we're looking at Gurindji and Gurindji Creole. So those are the languages that we feel students later in life need to know about. And then we look at others like German and Russian, Mali, Jurong. Well, apart from hopefully it works anyway, our user-friendly style in the book, we do have lots of activities, lots of research projects, buckets of examples, and we do have breakout boxes, which are these breakout boxes that highlight the applications of linguistics to real life. So they'll see linguistics at work in advertising or in education, or linguistics in medicine, linguistics in the film industry. So hopefully they can see that what might come across as fairly dry old facts about how language works have really very exciting applications. So much about language that excites me, it's pretty hard to pick anything, but I do love words, I have to say, and I love words that are no longer used, but it seems to me to have real application today. And recently I explored a number of political words that I thought ought to make a comeback, that were just as apt and as apt as they were in the 1800s, which is when they appeared. And a couple of them, one is snollygoster, which is the unprincipled politician. Certainly there's a place for that word today. Kakistocracy was another one, which is government by the very worst citizens. Certainly got applications today. And there was a word, trumpery, a word that was around in English in the, 1400s, meant deception, fraud, all sorts of skullduggery, and there's certainly a place for trumpery these days. But so I've written recently on those words. These are, we all get very excited by new words, but I think we should every now and again pay attention to those words that have sort of quietly shuffled away and bring some of them back.